Hey everyone, welcome to another day of building the flight booking engine. It's been a while since I made a live stream. That's because I was trying to focus on finishing up microservices. Many of you wanted that uh, short tutorials on microservices. So I thought it was wise to do something concerning that and then wrap up the flight booking engine. Actually, I think the flight booking engine is done. What I'm right now focusing on is cleanup and preparing for production. And in the first few days, I've been dealing with challenges with external payment gateways. I discovered it's not very easy and direct as I thought. For example, to accept payment in my application on production, I have to submit a number of documents. I must submit a document for verification, for example, certificate of incorporation, a tax identification number, uh, copies of photographs of the directors. I must submit number of documents, about like 10. I must have a signed contract. So it's not quite as obvious as you might think. In addition to that, with Amadeus, I must also apply for their enterprise APIs. I must wait for their response. I must do several things. I must prove that I have a connection with an IATA consolidator, okay, or someone who has an IATA certificate who can be able to issue tickets for me. So you see, it's not as direct as anyone would have thought, but it's going on well, and I'm very happy that it's moving on well. So today I want to focus on a few things concerning uh, what I want to show you. I want the emails in this application to be personalized, okay? I don't want the emails to be the same boring old emails. I mean, that is something that anybody, okay, can do, okay? But in the age of AI, we can add some dynamic nature, okay? I can call it dynamic nature to our email so that 10 people, if they received an email for probably booking or email for booking confirmation, or an email for something like, what can I call it? Ticket has been uploaded, okay? It should be reflected, okay, differently for every user. That is the goal. You get, every user should get a different email. If the email is for an email, like for a ticket being uploaded, it should be different. If the email is for probably a booking being cancelled, it should be different for every user, at least for the message part. Other things like the footer will remain the same. So let me go ahead to share with you that. I'm not seeing what I wanted to see, but let's carry on. Okay, so I will go to my code, but even before that, before going to the code editor, do you see this screen? This is the Gemini, not Gemini, but the Google AI Studio Lab. Okay, so in this lab, a number of things can happen. You can set up your API keys for Gemini. So I came here, I clicked on this button saying create API key, okay? Then I choose a project. If you don't have a project, then you have to click on create project, but I'll cancel. So you create a project, give your key a name, then generate your key, and then you should be able to copy your key and then use it. It's quite simple. So this is how you can deal with Google AI Studio. So feel free to pick any API key. Okay, it could be for Google, it could be for OpenAI, it could be for Anthropic, it could be for DeepSeek, whatever, Grok, what applies to you. Okay, so I'm going to pick for Gemini because you're given a really, really good free tier. Okay, and then if the free tier exceeds, okay, or we hit the limit of the free tier, I have a solution for that, and I'm going to show you right now in the code base. So in the code base, I will close this and expand so that you see certain things even easily. I'll go to the backend and AI service. I feel like in this age of AI, what matters now is a person being able to understand the code. Okay, so I can close this. All right, so here it is. So you can see I import a few things: async IO, HTML, OS. Okay, I have from Google import Gen AI. Okay, from Google.Gen AI import types. Then I load the environment variables. Then I have the log manager that we built probably 40 videos ago. So, but for Google AI, Gen AI to work, make sure in your environment variables, okay, you have the let me put it for you right now. This is something which should always be in the env. Okay, make sure you have your Gemini API key, okay, or any API key for your preferred provider for AI. So I'll come down here and paste and say Google Gemini API equals to some random string, okay? But make sure that in your .env, you copy the exact value, okay? Like I showed you right from here, okay? You click on this button saying copy key, then you come in your .env and paste it, okay? So let me continue. So I begin by loading the environment variables, and that will make sure I have that Gemini API key ready. After having that, after loading the environment variables, okay, I configure the logger, okay. So it simply takes the module's name, okay, as an argument, okay, using the get uploader function. I won't go into it because it's a long function and it has a number of things going on. If you're interested in it, please either review the code or watch a video from the past, okay. Check the playlist, you'll see a video where we built a log manager for this project. You will learn a lot from it. Then, in addition to that, we need to set the AI timeout seconds. Why? Is because I don't want calls to the LLM to go forever, okay? To exceed a certain period, okay? I don't want them to go beyond 10 seconds. I feel like calls to an LLM beyond 10 seconds would be a lot, okay? In fact, I might limit it to 5 seconds or 8 seconds. In case it exceeds this amount of time, then the LLM, okay, should be forgotten about, and you should have a fallback message. So you're going to see fallback messages, and these fallback messages are going to be used in the event that we call an LLM, and number one, there is a network error or a network delay, or any other exception happens, okay, we shall use a fallback. So on line 25, I have this line of code saying API key equals to os.getEnv Gemini API key, okay, and then we have the client, okay, which is initialized to none. So if there's an API key, okay, we create the API key, okay, not create the API key, but we create the client, okay. That will help us to make calls to the LLM, okay. And of course, anything can happen while doing this. So I have it in a try except block. And in case things go wrong, okay, I simply log an error, okay. If there's no API key, then I simply also log a warning saying that the Gemini API key is not set and AI personalization will use fallback text. As simple as that. Okay, so I hope this makes sense to you. Now let me see. Yeah, that is good enough. So when we continue, I'll close up that. We have an async def function called generate personalized greeting. It takes a prompt, which is a string, and a fallback message, which is a string, and returns to us a string. As simple as that. When you go to line 41 to 49, we simply have a doc string, okay? Then after that, on line 51, we just simply check if there is no client, okay? Meaning we don't have a connection to the LLM, okay? We simply return the fallback message immediately, okay? No need to try Gemini because it will waste time, okay? And every time I talk about Gemini, in your mind, just know I'm referring to the LLM. Okay, then after that, we have a try, okay? Here in the try, we have await async io dot wait for, okay? So it takes two arguments, okay? What you want to wait for, the actual asynchronous operation, okay? And the timeout, okay? So we're going to call client.aio.models.generate content, okay? And the timeout will be AI timeout seconds, which is the value here, 10 seconds. So if I open this, you will see that I specify the model, okay? The model will be Gemini 1.5 Flash, okay? I feel like this is going to be enough for text generation, okay? Simple text generation that we need. The contents will be the prompt, okay? The config is types dot generate content config, which takes in a temperature of 0.7. So temperature is simply a value that configures the randomness, okay, of the response. Then the maximum token that we should get should be 150. As simple as that. Then we try to get the response the text. If there's no response to text, we return. If there's a response to text rather, okay. If we have response to text, then we return html.escape response.text.strip. This is simply removing spaces, okay, at the beginning and the end of the text. And html.escape converts that text into a form that is friendly for HTML templates, because our emails are HTML templates. Then after that, we have except async io.timeout error. Okay, in case anything happens, we log. Okay, as simple as that. Once we are done logging, like you can see, it says logger.warning Gemini API timed out after 10 seconds using fallback text. Okay, then we return the fallback. So in any event, okay, whether things are successful or things are not successful, we must return a response back to the client. It's a must. Okay, that is why there is a fallback. So we either make a call to the LLM to get a response, or we use a fallback. After that, in case there's another exception, which is not a timeout error, then it will be called on line 74. And again, we log that there is an error, okay, generating the AI message, and we simply return the fallback. That is how simple this is. So this is like a generic function that we are going to keep reusing. So I'll go to the first one. Okay, it's called get welcome message. Okay, so get welcome message says, thank you for joining Airbound Ventures. We are thrilled to have you on board and can't wait to help you explore the world. So this is the fallback. Okay, Then we have a prompt. But before looking at the prompt, look at this fallback message. It has a strong, okay? So strong is an HTML element to make words bold, okay? It's an HTML semantic element to make words bold. So we come here and say prompt equals to write a 2-sentence enthusiastic welcome message for a new user joining Airbound Ventures, a flight booking platform. Write it, make it sound human, premium, and welcoming. Don't include subject lines, signatures, or greetings like hi. Okay. Then at the end, you say return, await, generate personalized greeting. We pass in the prompt and the fallback. And whether these prompts I've discovered can actually be put in a file. Okay. We don't need to have them hard coded here. These prompts can be put in a file. Even the fallback can be put in a file. Okay. And we fetch them from a particular file. All right. So get welcome message calls get personalized greeting. As simple as that. Then we have another one down here which says get password reset message. Also has a fallback, and the fallback says we received a request to reset your Airbound Ventures account. Okay. Then the prompt says write a 1-sentence helpful and polite message acknowledging a password reset request for a flight booking platform called Airbound Ventures. Keep it brief. Don't include subject lines, signatures, or greetings like hi. You get. At the end, you say return, await, generate personalized greeting. It accepts the prompt and the fallback. Okay. So if the call to the LLM is successful, we shall get a response according to our prompt. If the call to the LLM is unsuccessful, then we shall use our fallback. Okay. Again, all are calling this generate personalized greeting, which are making use of this function here. Okay. This function call. Okay. Models.generate, which is using Gemini 1.5 Flash. Okay. And the prompt is actually passed as an argument to the context config. So I'll close that. We have another one, get booking cancellation message. Okay. The fallback is your booking has been successfully cancelled. The prompt says write a 2-sentence polite and empathetic confirmation that a flight booking with a PNR, this PNR, has been cancelled on a platform called Airbound Ventures. Don't include subject lines, signatures, or greetings like hi. Then again, we say return await, generate personalized greeting with a prompt and fallback. Simple as that. Next, we have a similar function, says get payment success message. Okay. The fallback says, thank you for your payment. Your transaction has been processed and your booking is now confirmed. The prompt says, write a 1-sentence enthusiastic thank you note for a customer whose payment was successfully processed for a flight booking with a PNR, this PNR, okay? So PNR is a variable and is passed to the function, okay? And the PNR is simply a string. Then it says on a platform called Airbound Ventures, make it sound human, premium, and welcoming. Don't include subject lines, signatures, or greetings like hi. Then again, we simply say return await, generate personalized greeting, okay, with a prompt and a fallback. Again, these prompts can be passed on to these functions from a file, okay? But I just chose to keep it simple this way. Then another one says get admin payment message, takes in a PNR, which is a string, and an email, okay, which is a string, and of course returns a string. The fallback says a payment has been successfully completed for booking, okay, with this PNR by that email. So this is for the administrators, okay? The admin needs to know who's booking, okay, using the email and what is the bookings PNR. Okay, so for the AI, it will be write a 1-sentence analytical alert message for an administrator confirming that a payment was successfully processed for booking PNR, then the PNR by customer on Airbound Ventures. Keep it professional and concise. Okay. In fact, I need to add this last step. Okay. I put in this other here. I'll go to the next line. Okay. And I say, don't include subject lines, signatures, or greetings like hi. Okay. To keep it as soon as clean. Okay. I wanted to keep it clean, and I'll show you why in a minute. You'll see the templates. So it says return, await, generate personalized greeting with a prompt and a fallback. So I'll close this. Go to the next one. It says fallback. Your ticket has been successfully uploaded and is now available in your account. Okay, sorry, I didn't tell you about the function, but it's an async def get ticket upload message, which takes in a PNR, okay, as a string and returns a string. So the prompt says, write a one-sentence polite and helpful notification informing a customer that their flight ticket for PNR has been successfully uploaded and is ready for viewing on Airbound Ventures. Make it sound premium and reassuring, okay? Then down here, I'll add the same thing, okay? Don't include, okay? Don't include subject lines, signatures, or greetings like hi. Okay, so you see the whole thing, okay? So this other one is the same thing, okay? This is for the admins, you get? So a prompt and fallback. The next one for admin cancellation message, the same thing, okay? All right, so I'll also add that message down here to avoid adding greetings. So with that said, I'm now going to close this and show you something else. I want to go to, maybe I'll start from the templates, okay? I'll show you one of the templates. For example, order confirmation, okay? In the order confirmation template, we have the title, okay, with the company. We have a sub paragraph saying order confirmation. Then the message saying your booking is confirmed. Then here we have the AI personalized message. Okay. So in every template, I have this AI personalized message. Then of course, other details continue. Okay. So I'm using AI to generate a message. Okay. In for the template, okay, a message which will be put in the template. I don't use AI to generate the entire template. Okay, I feel that would be very risky and can easily go out of control very, very fast because there's little you can control about the HTML generation. Okay, of course you can do it with modern tools. Okay, but I chose to go this way. Now, how does it get passed to the template? I'll come to schemas, not schemas, but routers. Actually consumers, okay? Let me show you to the consumers. Let's go to booking notifications. Close this. Okay. Consumers. Is it in consumers? When a code base grows, you start getting lost. But we shall get it. Let me see, where is that? Let's go to the send email function. Okay. Open this. Okay. So are you seeing how I'm saying HTML equals to HTML.replace? This kind of stuff. It's what I do for that AI generated function. Let me show you by coming to the templates. I need to make sure this is understood properly. So you see this AI personalized message. I replace it by doing this HTML.replace. In this case, I'm replacing the frontend URL, but I'm going to be replacing the AI personalized message. For example, in this function of sending email, okay, you look at 108, okay, line 108. I say HTML.replace AI personalized message with the AI message. Where does that AI message come from? Okay, it comes from await get welcome message, which is the function I explained to you a few minutes ago, and that's how it works. Okay, then let me show you which other one. Send password reset. Okay, it does the same thing. Okay, of course here it's just within a string in Python, but you can see that we also passed the AI message. Yeah, there's so many things I'm now seeing I could change in this project. Okay, yeah, so many things, but yeah, that's it for now. And of course, those who have been following this project, you know the whole process and how those functions get called. Okay, so if it is something that interests you, I would suggest that you go ahead and implement it. Okay, go ahead and implement it, get that API key, and yeah, the code for this probably don't need even to share it, because now I'm trying to focus on doing things for production and trying to make sure that the companies I'm working with or the external providers give me the flight data going in a professional way, rather from the professional environment or enterprise environment. And also I want to get the payment provider, okay? Yeah, verifying me and moving on, because the payment provider right now has given me a limit of $10 maximum to be transacted on my platform until I have certain verifications made. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. Please try this out. I know many of you have forked this project and have owned it. I don't know what you say about the current ongoing series on what is it called, on microservices. If you're enjoying that, please let me know. If there's anything you need to be changed concerning that, let me know. But yeah, once in a while, like I told you, I'll be doing live streams on the flight booking engine. It's actually done. Personally, I'm just pushing it to production, like I've told you, dealing with the companies responsible for giving me the flight data and the payments. Once I'm done with that, yeah, it should be ready and flowing. For now, I say keep learning, keep growing, and yeah, I need to start doing system design and AI engineering content, like I mentioned in the past. So bye for now, and like, share, subscribe. Talk to you soon. Leave a comment in case you need anything.